Hello, everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight I'm a day late and a dollar short, and I may or may not have completely forgotten about patch notes, so I apologize. I know there's a lot of you guys that look forward to listening to me read the patch notes for you, and I let you down. I'm sorry, but I'm here now, and that's what's important, right? So, without further ado, let's get into the holiday update. Glimpse into the future. Maintenance times for Xbox, PlayStation, iOS, and Android are December 16th from 1 to 4 a.m. Central Time, 7 to 10 a.m. UTC. The update sizes for the Xbox One S and X is 3,900 megabytes. For the Series S and X is 3,800 megabytes. For the PlayStation 4, 3,710 megabytes. For the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Pro will be 1,160 megabytes, with the iOS and Android coming in with a 1,000 megabyte update and a 1,480 megabyte update inside the game. Holiday update, glimpse into the future. Captains, are you feeling the festive cheer yet? We sure are. Here's a little present for you. Redeem the code TNP6QJMBK4 at wowslegends.com/code-redeemer. They never add that part, but I do. To snag one winter big crate, 23, 6 holiday camos, and 6 common credit boosters. And there's more. An even bigger gift awaits. Keep reading for more details. Let's take a quick look at what's new in this update. A New Year's gift from us. Campaign featuring legendary tier cruiser The Defense. Cyber Holidays, new futuristic ships and commander guises. New calendar featuring a Cyberpunk commander guise as the main reward. Winter Fleet, meet the new winter versions of the Osterjotland, the New Orleans, and Constellation. Shipbuilding Collection, Ranked and Brawl Seasons, Arctic Legends event featuring famous World War II ships and a special mission, and balance changes and various improvements. Take your New Year's gift. We've prepared a special gift for you. It's time to unwrap it. Visit the store from December 16th through January 27th to claim the New Year's present. Free bundle. Inside, you'll find lots of stuff, including special crates, Spectral Vault 1.0 and Spectral Vault 3.0, with high chances of dropping a premium ship, and CyberCents, which you can spend on the new content. Keep reading to learn more about the new currency and crates. You'll also unlock the Happy Shipmas mission, which will bring you more gifts, including version 1.0 and 2.0 Spectral Vault crates. The best form of offense, campaign. Right out the gate, this thing looks like a Nelson or a Collingwood. It's not a particularly pretty ship. This is the glorified oil tanker that the British like to throw out there, but it is a cruiser. A legendary tier cruiser. Okay, interesting. Meet the legendary British cruiser Defense, the main reward of this holiday campaign. You'll appreciate her 356, that is a 14-inch gun, on a cruiser, offering some of the highest damage among cruisers in the game. So, to put this into perspective, this is essentially the British version of an Alaska, right? We have 305mm guns, they have 356mm guns. So, 14-inch guns, I believe, are going to be the largest cruiser guns in the game. Interesting. I say that's not entirely true. The Germans do have the Ager and stuff that have the 15-inch, or not, Ager doesn't have 15-inch guns, but I know the Graf Spee has 15-inch guns. I lied. Graf Spee doesn't have 15-inch guns. What am I thinking? Siegfried has 15-inch guns. God, I am all over the place. I am sorry. I'm recording this at midnight, so I apologize. Just finished a live stream of Farm Sim, and now I'm doing this, and then I got to do a video for Farm Sim for 3 p.m. tonight. It's a whole thing. I'm a busy person right now. I am busting my butt for y'all. I hope you guys enjoy. But anyway, yeah, so Siegfried has 15-inch guns. So technically it would still have larger guns than this, but yeah, so it's a thing. Anyway, what were we saying? HE shells with great penetration and fire starting chances, potent forward firing torpedoes with a 10-kilometer range, and a massive hit point pool. She's also equipped with a strong repair party, which can regenerate 40% of your hit point per usage, as well as sonar and smoke generator. So it's got a super heal, it's got sonar, it's got a smoke generator, it's got 14-inch guns, and it has potent torpedoes. This thing has no armor. Otherwise, it's not balanced. If it has no armor, then it's your typical Nelson / Collingwood sort of deal. To obtain defense, complete the 100 campaign milestones within 6 weeks. So this is a legendary campaign. Interesting. You can use the catch-up mechanic in case you missed any challenges. Here are all the rewards you can receive for completing this campaign with and without Admiralty backing. With Admiralty backing, you get all of without Admiralty backing, you get all of this, totaling up to 22,320 doubloons worth of stuff. With Admiralty backing, you get all of that, plus you get all of this, for a total of 99,475 doubloons worth of in-game things. Don't be fooled by the bigger thing, because I'm assuming because it's a legendary ship, that's why this is a little bit higher than it normally would be, but you get the idea. Holiday season is starting. Cyberpunk content, Winter Fleet, and more. Welcome to New York 2125. Starting December 16th, you'll have the unique opportunity to travel to the future. Visit the neon-lit city of New York 2125 and dock your ships in its port. Peek into the store to find commander guises from the future and 3 new ships. The Italian legendary battleship Arlaria, the Soviet Tier 7 premium cruiser D. Pozharsky, that's the best I'm going for that, in cyberpunk-style skins, as well as French Tier 5 premium cruiser the Dupleix. I would assume is how that's pronounced, but I could be wrong. Dupleix? Maybe it's the Dupleix. I don't know. You can purchase this new content for CyberCents, the event currency which you can acquire through your New Year's present, the campaign, weekly assignments, Neon Holidays calendar, and the store. Spectral Vault crates. Spectral Vaults are this New Year's special crates. Inspired by the cyberpunk world, they work just like the ultimate crates and Santa crates you may remember from our previous events. There are 5 types of spectral crates, or Spectral Vault crates, each offering a chance to unlock a premium ship, another Spectral Vault of a higher version, except for Spectral Vault 5.0, which is already the top version, or various other drops. Neon Holidays Calendar. From December 16th through January 27th, complete all daily tasks of this new 4-week calendar to receive lots of rewards, including the main prize, Ultima Starlight, the superstar of New York 2125, as a commander guise. You can recover up to 7 missed days for free. Winter Fleet, the Constellation. Honestly, not a fan of this. I normally like the winter skins and stuff because I do like the white, but I don't know what all this. I'm assuming it's the cyberpunkish stuff. I don't really care for it. So yeah, this is not going on my Constellation. Anyway, the Winter Fleet is back, featuring new versions of Oosterjotland, New Orleans, and Constellation, all available in the store. One more new winter ship, the Hermes W, is available for captains who complete the shipbuilding collection. This year's new Winter Fleet ships have the characteristics of their original versions, so there's nothing different about them. They are simply reskins of the old ships that are already in the game. Winter ships from previous years will also feature in the store, and purchasing some of them will grant a nice bonus of CyberCents. Few of them will be available through chained bundles. Neon Snowfall Bundle, the first bundle featuring a Spectral Vault 1.0, is completely free, and the final one includes Winter Ship Gepard W. All bundles following the first one are offered at a significant discount, and some can be purchased for credits and global XP. I do like that. I like it that they're adding more things for people who have extra stuff laying around, whether it be credits or global XP, that don't require you to spend money on the game. I do like that. So shout out to them for that. Snowy Saga Bundle includes 2 winter ships, the Yuga W, the Kuchezov W. All bundles are discounted compared to individual purchases. Shipbuilding Collection. We've prepared a new collection of cards describing the shipbuilding process and using a World War II era U.S. large cruiser design as the example, aka Alaska, I would assume. Collect all 12 cards to receive the new premium winter version of British aircraft carrier Hermes and other rewards. You can find these collectible cards in Shipbuilding Collection crates, available through the main campaign and in the store for CyberSense. More activities and discounts. Replenish your in-game supplies by participating in missions and various activities during this update. First win bonus improved to ×5 on the weekend of the update, so December 21st through the 23rd. Discounts on Tech Tree ships, 15% off Tier 4 to 5 ships and 25% off Tier 6 to 8 ships, December 23rd through January 6th. Wind Roses. Get rewards for your first wins of the update playing Tier 3 and higher ships, December 23rd through January 6th. For Tier 3, you get a common crate. Tier 4, you get 1 common global XP booster. For Tier 5, 2 holiday camos. For Tier 6, 2 rare credit boosters. For Tier 7, Tech Tree ships, you get 1 promotion order. For Tier 7 premium ships, you get 2 promotion orders. For Tier 8, you get 3 Techno Shield camouflages. And for Legendary Tier, you get 1 Spectral Vault 1.0 crate. Clash at the North Cape mission. Complete it playing a British or German ship of Tier 3 or higher to receive 1 Spectral Vault 2.0, 5 promotion orders, and 20 various camos between December 23rd and the 30th. The Polar Knight at Barents. Complete it playing a British or German ship of Tier 3 or higher to receive 2 Spectral Vault 1.0 crates, 6 Techno Shield camos, and 1 day of premium between December 30th and January 6th. Additional CyberSense for weekly assignments. Get up to 250 CyberSense each week for completing weekly assignments during the update, December 16th through the January 27th. Discount on converting Elite XP to Global XP. Get 35 Global XP instead of 25 per doubloon, December 16th through January 27th. New Ranked and Brawl Seasons. 3 new seasons of ranked battles await you this update, featuring 5v5 battles with Tier 6 through 8 ships of all types except aircraft carriers. The rewards include steel, crates, credits, camos, and commander progression items and boosters. As for brawls, expect 3 more seasons of 3v3 battles with Tier 5 battleships, Tier 7 cruisers, and Tier 8 battleships depending on the season. As always, you'll get to enjoy the crazy game mechanics, tweaks, and various rewards, including crates and credits. Arctic Legends. From January 6th through the 27th, embark on the Arctic Convoy mission to enjoy various rewards, including Winter Big Crates 23 and camos. At the same time, several famous ships that served in the northern waters during World War II will feature in the store with their commemorative flags. The Tirpitz, the Duke of York, the Scharnhorst, the London, and Cossack 38. One more historical ship, Grimyashi, will be available in the bundle with a Russian commander crate and essential resources. Plus, check out Arctic skins for the Duke of York, Edinburgh, and Scharnhorst, all available at a discount for steel, as well as German battleship Odin in the Nordic camouflage and festive permanent camouflages from previous New Year events. Balance changes. This time, we've decided to buff several ships that required a few balance tweaks. The Druid, the Ibuki B, the Iwami B, the Sejong, the Z-44, the Constellation, the Gascogne, the Mogami and the Miyogi, the Viribus Unitas, and the Yubari. That is a lot of ships. We also reduced the maximum torpedo damage for Hermes. You'll find all the details in the latest Ministry of Balance article, which we will be talking about in just a moment. All platforms, aircraft carriers now only spawn or only have one spawn point per team in versus AI and standard battles on these maps: Islands of Ice, Trap, Two Brothers, and Land of Fire and Shards. Updated armor layout for New Orleans. New athwart ship. It's the little like bulkhead that separates your butt from the citadel. Parts added to auxiliary room armor. New aft end plating and fore end plating added to both fore and aft end armor. This change has no effect on the performance of the ship, so it's literally just the armor in the armor viewer wasn't displayed correctly, so they're adding those parts to the armor viewer. So it's not actually getting a buff or anything like that, it's simply showing that there is different armor in place. Celebrate the winter holidays with Legends and turn the tide. Please note, World of Warships Legends is updating its ACB, Australian Classification Board, rating from PG to M as required by new guidelines issued by the ACB. There you go. All right, and with that, let's get into our Ministry of Balance, shall we? Welcome to the last Ministry of Balance for 2024. This update, we're making several requested improvements to ships like the Druid, the Miyogi, plus some additional improvements as New Year's gifts to various ships throughout the game that could use a little boost. For Tier 8, the Druid. Druid could use some improvements, so we combined the most popular suggestions by reducing her main battery AP shell fuse times and increasing her turret durability by 50%, giving her a better edge in gunnery against other destroyers, which is absolutely going to help that ship, because I hated the Druid. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I even did a video on the Druid because I despised playing it that much. It sucked. It could not win a fight versus another destroyer to save its life, because as soon as you get in a fight with them, they realize that you only have AP, so they just bow tank you, and they shoot you with HE and they kill you. There's nothing you can do about it. And then if you do get their broadside, and you do get to shoot them, you just overpin them and do no damage anyway. It was a useless piece of shit. And then, on top of that, the turrets were made out of toilet paper, so anytime somebody shot you, they would knock out your turrets, which is the only thing that the thing had to begin with, because you don't have torpedoes. It was awful. Like, anybody who thought that the Druid was a good ship before was on crack. And I'll take that to the grave with me. Ibuki and Ibuki B. The Ibuki twins are receiving a slight reload booster. I like how they call them twins, as if it isn't just one ship and they put a different skin and sold it for more. Just the thought. Oh, they're twins. Yeah, that's a cute way to put it. I would say it's lazy. But what do I know? Just make it a skin. Just put it as a camo and then charge less for it. Why not have that? But anyway, the Ibuki twins are receiving a slight reload boost to help them comparatively against their peers. Main battery gun reload time reduced from 13 to 12 seconds. Not a big difference, to be honest. So good luck, Ibuki. Iwami and Iwami B. We are aiming to boost the performance of the Iwami duo. Again, gotta come up with a way to make them sound like they're different things when it's just the same ship. But what do I know? With extra damage output and better torpedoes. Main battery AP maximum shell damage increased from 12,750 to 13,600. Torpedo speed increased from 67 to 70 knots, so starting to become a little bit faster with the torpedoes. Still pretty mid though. Sejong. Super light cruisers, I like how they just add more words. Super light cruisers can struggle with their survivability. It's almost like they're light cruisers that have less armor. What a crazy concept. Can struggle with their survivability. Oh, shame. If only they didn't have a way to disappear on a moment's notice and drop 7 gajillion torpedoes and then jump around to the other side and drop 7 gajillion more and then hit the reload booster for the torpedoes and drop 7 gajillion more torpedoes and then turn around and drop 7 gajillion off the other side. What a crazy concept. But what do I know? I don't play them because this reason. They don't survive, and you guys know I'm aggressive. I don't like to sit back and launch torpedoes for maximum range from a smoke screen. It's just not my thing. But as a result, we're improving her hit points and concealment for Sejong so she can continue being stubborn thorn in the side of her enemies. Yay. Detectability range from both stock and upgraded hulls. The detectability range by sea is reduced from 12.05 to 11.6. So you're getting almost a full half a kilometer more concealment, which is not in... What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You guys can let me know down in the comments. I always screw it up. Detectability by air is reduced from 7.59 to 7.3, so only 0.2 kilometers there. Detectability by firing and smoke, 6.2 to 5.9. So you get, that's actually a lot better than you think, because that's now better than even the British light cruisers, which have a 6 kilometer detectability while firing in smoke. It's kind of crazy. Stock hull total health increased from 29,600 to 31,500. I'm not going to go over each individual section of the ship. If you want to do that, you can pause the video here, read it yourself. Upgraded hull total HP increased from 32,000 to 35,000. So 3,000 extra. That's like 2 overpins extra or 1 penetration. And again, I'm not going to read all of their increased hit points to each individual section of the ship. If you want to check that out, check it out. Engine horsepower increased, or is this HP? I'm so confused. They're talking about HP and then they go to engine HP. Does this mean that HP is like their hit points for the engine went from 29,800 to 35,000? I guess that's probably what they're talking about, because this was all talking about HP here. Anyway, you would have a lot more than 35,000 horsepower on a ship if that was talking about horsepower. But generally, if you're talking about an engine, you see HP next to it, that's horsepower. But in this case, I think it's the hit points. Z-44. The destroyer battleground in and around Tier 8 has become very dynamic in the past year. That's what you want to call it. So Z-44 is getting an improvement to her main battery so she can defend herself in battle. It's a torpedo boat. Not every boat out there is designed to be a gunboat. But it doesn't matter because it's only getting a 0.2 seconds, buff to the turrets. So whatever. Main battery HE shell maximum damage increased by 52. Like, okay, whatever. It's not much of a buff, to be honest. But it's a thing. Tier 7 Constellation and Constellation W. Constellation is a solid ship in competitive environments. If you know what you're doing, it's a great ship. Bit squishy, but it's a battlecruiser. It's to be expected. But in regular battles, she can suffer in unexpected situations. Can it suffer in unexpected situations, or can you say that for every ship in the game? If it's an unexpected situation, a ship can suffer. It's almost like, oh, look, I turned a corner and there's a wall of skill coming my way. Oh, that's unexpected. Every ship in the game dies to it. Oh, look, I wasn't paying attention to the crossfire from across the map and a battleship sniped me from 18 kilometers. Oh, my broadside's exposed. Oh, I got punished. That's an unexpected situation. Every ship in the game is subject to that. Except carriers, because carriers are never anywhere near the fight. That's a rant for another day. But this is just a dumb way of putting things. Ooh, it can suffer in unexpected situations. Come on, Wargaming, do better. That's the dumbest way of saying, look, if you want to say that the ship struggles in survivability to average players, then say that. Don't say, well, but in regular battles, she can suffer in unexpected situations. She's extremely strong in the hands of a competent player, aka competitive environments, but in the hands of average players, which generally aren't that good, no offense to average people out there, we love you, but I'm just saying, the average player does struggle in squishy ships. You've got to learn to angle your armor, you got to know who overmatches you. There's a lot going on there that you have to be aware of. Putting yourself in good positions, that you're not getting crossfired, all these things, right? But this is just wargaming. This is literally wargaming saying, we don't think there's a problem with this ship as long as the player using it is competent. However, most people are not, so here's this. That is wargaming's nice way of saying that the average player doesn't know what they're doing in Constellation. Shocker. That is all this is. That is what this word is, this first sentence. Constellation is a solid ship in competitive environments, but in regular battles, she can suffer in unexpected situations. That is literally wargaming giving the middle finger to the entire player base. And y'all say that I'm the toxic one. This is literally wargaming saying that there are potatoes out there that can't play the ship. That is it. Like, that's what they're saying. That's what this is. But I'm the bad person because I say stuff like, well, this guy's a potato, or this is a potato, or that's a potato, or oh my god, everybody plays like potatoes. I'm that bad guy, but they can say stuff like this and it's perfectly fine. I'm sorry that I don't sugarcoat everything. We aren't changing her vulnerable nature, but we're giving her the means to dish out more additional damage thanks to a better reload. So, in other words, they're not fixing the problem that regular people are having in the ship, which is getting fucked up because they don't understand angling or positioning. So they're just simply going to say, okay, well, let's get them a couple more reloads before they get dev struck. That's it. And it's getting a 2-second reload time. Now, for those of us who love the Azure Lane Colorado build on this, that now means that your reload for the Constellation could potentially get down to 12 to 14 seconds every third reload for 16-inch guns with American armor piercing with battlecruiser accuracy. Let that sink into you, competitive folks. For the rest of you, this isn't going to make much of a difference. But for those of us who like to, dabble with, some pretty nasty shells, I've already said how good this ship can be. This is now getting even more meme-worthy as we speak. The Gasconia suffers from a bit of an identity crisis compared to her cousin Champagne. Basically, she's terrible. It's not a good ship, right? Sharing a similar gun layout, but without gunnery benefits. We're buffing her dispersion to match Champagne. Champagne being one of the nastiest sniping battleships in the game, but also very squishy. Allowing Gasconia to be an alternative long-range combatant. Keep that in mind. Champagne and Gasconia are long-range snipers. Why? Because they're very vulnerable if they get caught. Broadside. So you want to use the range effectively. Okay? But she has better survivability than the Champagne. However, she doesn't get the other things that the Champagne enjoys, which is the reload booster and larger guns. So keep that in mind. I do believe that the Gasconia only has the 15-inch French guns, whereas the Champagne gets the 16-inch French guns. So keep that in mind. But the main battery shell dispersion is improved by 20%. That is absurdly better. Like that is double what you get out of the American artillery plotting room, which is crazy. Mogami. Like Ibuki, Mogami is also receiving a slight reload boost to help her competitively against her peers. It's not going to help her against her peers. It's going to help her burn down battleships. That is the only thing it's good at. And it's only good at that as long as she's able to dodge incoming fire effectively. Because if she's not, she goes back to port. Just the way it is. I don't make the rules. I just know what happens to Mogamis when they go broadside and don't dodge. Tier 4, the Miyogi. Miyogi struggles to compete with her peers in dealing damage at Tier 4. But she doesn't do badly in other regards. As a result, we're improving her reload substantially. From a main battery reload time of 30 seconds to 22. That is a huge reload difference. Now, I don't remember playing the Miyogi at all. So, I have no idea what this is about, but that is a massive reload boost. The Viribus Unitas struggles in other areas compared to Miyogi, largely due to her poor survivability, mainly because people cannot help themselves but go full broadside in battleships. And if you're in a Russian or an American or a, what's the other one? Italian battleship, and you go broadside, specifically the American, fast battleships later on, not so much at the lower tiers. You can get away with it a little bit at the lower tiers because they're thick. But at the higher tiers, like the Iowa, the North Carolina, all of them, you go broadside, you get slashed, right? Same thing with the Russians. Russians go broadside, they die. If the Italians go broadside, they die. That's just the way it is. You just got to learn to play around that. But this is Tier 4. Most of the people are new to the game. They don't understand what they're doing. So it's to be expected, right? Main battery gun maximum range increased from 14.3 to 14.6, which seems pretty high already for Tier 4 for a battleship. Main battery gun reload time reduced from 30 to 27 seconds, so not a huge buff there, but decent. And then HP restored by the repair party increased from 0.5% to 0.66% per second. So not a huge buff, but enough. Which means the maximum restored HP per usage increased from 14% to 18.5% of your hit points are capable of being repaired per repair party. And remember, the Italians get a little bit of a boost with their commanders to get extra repairs to begin with. They might not be the best repairs, but you get more of them. Except for Hoshino users now. Tier 6. Hermes and Hermes W is the king of Tier 3 carriers in terms of performance. As a result, that's like throwing stones. Like, come on. There's nothing with any AA at Tier 3. So to say that this thing is overperforming to other carriers at Tier 3 just shows how, like, stupid this thing must be. And I don't know. I don't play it. As a result, we are slightly nerfing her main source of damage, which is torpedoes. Torpedo maximum damage reduced from 5,833 to 5,367. That is a full 500 damage, almost, reduction in the torpedoes. That's not bad. Yubari! We are improving Yubari by making her reload faster to complement her low number of guns. Main battery gun reload time reduced from 6.5 to 5.5 seconds. That is a pretty fast-firing little Tier 3. But, yeah. All right. Well, that is your Ministry of Balance and your patch notes. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is there anything in particular you're interested in? What do you think of the new campaign cruiser that's coming out with 14-inch guns? I can't wait to hear it. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.